I think I joined a cult, but I'm not positive. Here's what I mean by that. The other day, Monday actually, I went to go buy a car, and I'm the biggest baby. I want everything just done right away. I don't want to wait for things. I hate even waiting at. If there's one car in front of me at the fucking drive-through, I'm gonna fucking just start throwing rocks at it. Like, get out of my way, get out of my way. Or I'm gonna fake a seizure so I can get in front of him. Like, see, I'm gonna die. I need that mochaccino. Something. I'm impatient as hell. All right, so this is not fun ever to buy a car. I mean, unless you're rich or some shit like that, it is not fun for you. You have to research good pricing. You have to research what can you afford, and then you have to figure out how many old people you have to rob to get what you need for a down payment. It's a fucking pain in the ass. So I researched and okay, by research I mean I looked at CarMax like website and other things. I'm like, ooh, that's nice. That's a pretty color. Ooh, does it have an LCD screen inside? Sold. Does it? Oh, does it have an engine? Okay, sweet. Like no, I did look around. I was convinced I was gonna buy a Jap car because I'm not buying any fucking American piece of shit anymore. Ever. Fuck my American. Make something better first than fucking American, all right? They're crap. They're good for about 30,000 miles, and all of a sudden, oh, you have no tires, and your fucking 3-year-old daughter went flying out the fucking windshield because it stopped suddenly. I don't think so. Okay. So I was dreading it, and I was listening. I've never in my life. I'm 40 fucking 3. God, Jesus, that's got to be wrong. I want to check a birth certificate, and I want a blood sample. I want to see on 23andMe that I'm actually 25, and I'm sticking with it. I don't believe that. That sounds horrible. Why do I look so? My eyes are usually not this dark. I don't know what the fuck this lighting is. Whatever. So I was talking to a few people. I've never in my life bought a car from a dealer. It's always been, hey, you got a car? Hey, I got this old piece of shit here. I'll give it to you for $1,000. Sweet, I could drive for a year, even though I'm gonna put a lot of money into it. So I've always bought off friends or a mechanic who knows something. Always had shitty beater cars, all my life. So this time I'm like, I'm tired. I added up one day how much I'd spent on the piece of shit that I was driving that's now Stevie's piece of shit. And why he wants it, I don't know. But if you're going to buy a car for $200, don't think it's a Maserati. That's all I'm going to say. But he's actually getting a really good deal because I'm going to tell you in a minute. I think I've said this before. I put I had a really bad, like, last year was just a horrible year. I lost a lot of people in my family. It was just a bunch of bullshit going on and like a potential lawsuit and all this crap. All right. So I wasn't in the right state of mind, and I was just, trying to get through life and fixing, and a lot of shit was going wrong with this car. And so I would keep everything in the glove box. So one day I'm just sitting there, and I've noticed this pile of paper is getting thicker and thicker. It's like a Stephen King novel by this point. It's like It. Remember how big that? It's like 1,000 pages. It was bigger than the book It. It was like if Stephen King even like wrote a book was like that was just too much information. That's how much it was. Okay, so I open it up and I decide I'm gonna go while I'm at work. I'm gonna bring it into work and I'm gonna total up everything I've spent within a year. When I tell you that I spent $3,000 within a year and maybe 3 or 4 months, I am not shitting you. I said that out loud, and I think I was on a stream when I said it. And Hey Internet Eric here said to me like, "Well, fuck, what the fuck is like?" Basically, he's like, "Holy fucking shit!" And then I'm like, at that moment, yeah, I could have totally leased the Lexus. Like, I could have leased the Lexus and paid less money. What the fuck is wrong with me? So there begins the car buying process. And so I'm like, I'm buying a Jap car, and that's it, because those people, they can't drive good, but they can make good cars. I'm just totally kidding. Kind of, sort of. But so all right, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a car, and everybody's telling me we better get to the dealer early. You have to get plates and stickers. You're gonna be there all day. There's paperwork. There's 8,000 pieces of paper you have to fill out, and then they're gonna want your mother's DNA and your father's DNA, and you're gonna have to dig up your parents and like scrape DNA off them so you can give it to them. And they're gonna need, what your first name was supposed to be, or baby names your parents were considering for you but didn't name you. You're gonna need all that. Make sure to bring. It's like I was already like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't care anymore. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. So my brother went with me. He's like, listen, I'll go. And my brother's like walking me through this because my brother had recently bought a new car that he couldn't afford. It had been booted twice. Is he watching this? Okay, never mind. He'll be so mad at me someday. He doesn't watch me. Fuck it. He subscribed to me, and he's like, he made one tweet one time like, hey, go check out my brother. He's got a YouTube channel. I think he's out there somewhere. I don't know. Hey, anyway, did you see that really cool video game I bought the other night? And he's like, fucking 38, or I don't know how old he's. Whatever. He's, not in his 40s yet. I don't think. No. Okay. That's so bad. Anyway, you have to ask your younger brother how old he was. Like, when he has his birthday, I have to dance around it. Like, so happy birthday for that year that you were born in. I have no idea how old you are. I have a vague idea in my head. But he's like, he had bought a car from Chevy, and he's like, it was a nice car. And he's like, oh, okay, you're gonna have to be there all day. I'm gonna drive you over there. It's gonna take a while. I might go get some lunch. We're gonna have to get time, take the day off. I'm like, really? It's that hard? He's like, yeah, trust me on this one. Okay. So I had to go to CarMax. And I swear to you, the whole process, and this is not like an ad for them or whatever, was like an hour. I was out within an hour with a new car. I'm like, sweet, this is the most attention deficit thing ever. And yes, I did look at it. I did make sure it ran, took a test drive and all that. I'm like, okay, sweet. But from the time I walked in, they reminded me of like a cult. It was really weird because the first thing they do, everybody is smiling like they're on Prozac. I walk in and this guy walks to me right, like, hi, welcome to CarMax. How are you doing today? I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, my name's Ted. What's your name? Or whatever his name was. And I'm like, hey, I'm Jay. This is my brother, John. Hi, Jay. Hi, John. What kind of car are you looking for today? Is there anything we could do for you today? You're a smart person. You're the best person I've ever met in my entire life. I'd love kill. You know Jews are evil, right? Jews are not good for you. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? So then I go, and I have to admit, they didn't bother me at all. He's like, go out in the lot because it was really cold. I think he just didn't want to go out there. He's like, we're not going to bother you because he's freezing his ass. I was freezing my dick off. All the cars are open in CarMax, so you can get in there and sit there and kind of pretend like you're driving like you're 3 years old again or something like that. But really, we were just diving in every other car because I'm like, telling my brother, I'm like, John, I'm fucking cold. I'm cold. Get in this car. I don't care. I'm not buying this. He's like, this is a Lexus. You can't afford it. I'm like, sweet. Let's sit in there for 5 seconds because my dick is literally going to fall off. It's so cold out here. So we did that for a while, and I kind of eyed this one car, and there comes, my sales guy again. He's like, hi. I mean, he scares shit out of me. I literally come around the car, and he's right there. Hi. So, you have an idea? And like, you have 2 or 3 cars maybe you're interested in? Are you? Really? Would you like to know where the Stone of Zemthar is? Oh, I can tell you about it. It holds such joy and magic. It can cure anything that's ever wrong with you. I'll be in there with some hot cocoa if you need it when you come in. I was like, okay. And so we do all that. And I find one car. It was really sweet. I look in it. I'm like, there's no way I can afford this car. So I call my ex-girlfriend up. I'm like, hey, I said, you said if I ever needed anything. I'm like, do you have $2,000? She's like, yeah, sweet. She's rich. Okay, I don't feel that bad. She's rich, and I've done like a lot of shit for her, but I now know that I owe her a kidney. Like, if something ever goes wrong, I owe her any fucking bodily part that I could possibly give to her. I get it. Because, listen, I didn't have money for that down. I had money saved up to get like several payments and a really shitty car, but I was like, listen, I was gonna buy a new and lease, but then I read all these horror stories. I'm like, no. I bought fairly new, like a 2016 car. Don't listen, it's not a fucking Lexus. Like I'm saying, don't get all like, woo, he's got a lot of money now. I'll be paying on that motherfucker forever. I guarantee you. It's like, yeah, it's like 300 something a month or something like that, but it's doable. Let's put it like that way. And especially when somebody else does the down payment for you, even more doable. So, yeah, I was just over there cleaning her house today because I'm a fucking total bitch. I'm everybody's bitch. I'm such a whore. Like, if you offer me a Starbucks card, I will do anything you want. I don't care. Is a neighbor bothering you? I will shit on their lawn every day until Christmas time. If you give me a fucking $200 Starbucks card, I won't ask any questions. Help you carry that body to the trunk? Not a problem. Starbucks card? Yeah. Okay. What the fuck are we doing here? So then I go inside, and the guy's like, so you made a really good decision. This car really was been looking at. I'm like, listen, champ, let me tell you, I know your job is to sell. I get it. I understand that. Don't try to make me feel extra special because I picked out a fucking mid-range car. Like, I get it. It's not the best car that's ever out there. Yeah, it's a really good car. I would totally drive it. So then he's like, so let me see how I can help you. Jay, I have a good deal for you. With your credit, I mean, despite your credit, you can get this in price. I'm like, okay. And then you have to, hey, Marilyn, come on over here. Hi, this is my friend Jay. Say hi to Jay. Hi, Jay. How are you? Is everything wonderful in your life? The car will heal you. Will make you magic. I'm like, they were just too smiley and mannequin-y, and I don't even know if this video is going to make any sense, but do you know what I'm saying? They had everything you needed. So then he's like, so let's get the paperwork and get you out of here within an hour. Can you believe it? I know these other car dealerships, they take you in the back and fuck you up the ass. Oh wait, that just happened to me. Never mind. But they'll hold you here forever. So I'm like, okay. So we do all that. But the funny part, and I do have to say this, he's gonna be pissed at me for saying it though, is my brother said to me said to the guy, he's like, well, because this was a set price, right? And then he's like, I'll do you a favor, Jay. If I get on there as a co-creditor or a co-signer, would it be possible for my brother's rate to go down? And the guy goes, yeah, sure. If you want to do that, we can check it out. So my brother is all like indignant. He's like, okay, put me in and here's where I work and this is what I do. And the guy goes, well, actually, if you were like a co-signer on this car, it would cost your brother more because your brother's credit actually isn't that bad. So I was like, stay the fuck away from my credit. I'm like, I don't need you on my car. Fuck off. I don't trust you. You're going to be driving that motherfucker when I'm not around. You even have a new car. I'll be waking up in the middle of the night. I don't know how you still have keys to my apartment. I want them fucking back. Why do you have them? I don't get lost. I don't get locked out of my apartment. I got a fucking building manager for that if I did. I don't trust Jim. He comes in here at night and pees on me. I'm telling you right now. He comes in the middle of the night and just starts kicking the shit out of me. I've had nightmares about that. I'm going to investigate that in therapy. All right, so I get that. And then, we don't really have much to do except wait for the paper processing thing. I don't know what I signed. I didn't read any of it. I was listening to the guy. I was already bored to tears. He's like, okay, so this piece of paper right here says that you will meet a girl named Daphne on the 6th of July in 2020. And at that time, she will punch you several times directly in your balls. And you agree to that. Okay, sign here, date here. Great. Now, this paper is just saying that this car actually does not belong to you. It belongs to a guy named Lou Mazzarati, who happens to also have a side horse track. And if you don't make the payments on time, he's allowed to kill your family members and break your kneecaps. Just sign here, date here. Great. I'm so excited you found a car. This is the best car you've ever. I'm like, okay, listen, when are they all going to start? And then at one point, I'm in the paper signing room and my sales guy is there. And the guy, for some reason, when I went on a test drive, there was another guy with me. Like he sent the other cult member on a test drive with me. And the guy's like, I just think this is a great car, and this car company that I work for is the best car company that's ever been because you're allowed to say whatever you want. Turn here onto the expressway. Yes, you have to go on the expressway. Floor it. Can you feel the power there? I feel the power. You've made the best decision ever. Sometimes I think black people steal, don't you? We're the superior race. We should do something about that. What? I didn't say that. You imagined it. What are you talking about? I was just scared at that point. So then it's the test drive guy, my sales guy, and the paperwork dude are all in this little cubicle with me, and they're all just sitting there like, and I'm just sitting there smiling like they're retarded. And I'm like, hey, that's a good car. We're getting your car ready right now. You're going to have the plates, everything ready. It's going to be sweet. Okay, now let's move you over to another department after I signed every paper. There was like one more paper to sign. Be like, okay, and then a woman who's about to go through menopause is going to smear menstrual blood all over your gums, kind of like cocaine. Sign here, date here. I'm like, okay, can we go now? I want to go now. My brother's just like, stop the shit. Fucking read what you're signing. I'm like, it says there's a car here. He's like, you totally didn't even read that. I'm like, fuck you. I read that. I read Fucky. Fuck my brother. See, it says that right there. Fuck you. Don't listen to him. He's an idiot. So okay, I got to tell you something my brother said. Okay, my brother's like fucking Mexican, because my dad was Mexican. My brother actually said this. So he can say it because he's Mexican. I couldn't. We went to another dealer first just to look around. And my brother goes, I said, I don't know about this dealership because they had good reviews on Google, but I'm like, it's a little, mom and pop type place. And he's like, listen, it's Mexican. Most of the people that go there because they're Mexicans are probably illegal. So, I mean, they put those people through. They'll approve you. And I'm like, did you fucking just say that? I'm like, do you look, you are brown. You are brown as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, well, he's like, it's fucking true. He's like my dad. He's like my dad this. Remember the Mexican who didn't want to admit he was Mexican? I don't know. They're all like, they swim over here, but yeah, they'll give you a good deal. And it's the Puerto Ricans that take your rims. That's bullshit. Not Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. Mexicans beat their girlfriends and have siesta and drink. So, yeah, he actually said that. It was the fucking funniest thing ever. And my brother will say shit about his own race that he doesn't think is racist. It's just a fact to him. It's like, fucking the jaguar is the fastest animal on the planet. It's just like a fact. It's like it didn't occur to him, it's not racist. It's true. Most of them are over here illegally and, using fake IDs. And every night they do the Mexican hat dance before they go to sleep. Think, Jay, think. So then we move over to the other room where they're getting your car ready. They clean it. They filled it up with gas. I didn't know, do all car dealers do that? I was so impressed. I was like, oh my God, I love this car dealer already. And they're like, my other cult member comes over and he's like, Jay, I hate to tell you, it's going to be 5 more minutes. Who wants a coffee? We have the best coffee here ever. A bottle of water? And then I said no, because I didn't want anything. And he kind of looked like he didn't know what to do. He almost went, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm sitting, I'm going to play on my phone. Wait, would you like some salmon? a nice steak, I can order out whatever you want. And I was just like, good dude, I'm good. He's like, you're not to eat today? And he actually said, you're not to eat today. I'm like, no, I will eat when I leave here, but thank you. I appreciate everything. So they clean the car out, whatever. I get in the car and I'm all, this is great. And I'm pulling out, and there he is again, like a child of the corn right in front of me. And I'm just like, ah! And he's just like, congratulations on your new car. I just wanted to say that. Come back anytime. If anything goes wrong, you can come right back here anytime you want. I forgot to give you my cell phone number. I'm like, we're not going to go suck each other's dicks after this. We're not going to go on a date. So I don't need your cell phone number just in case you need to get. This is my private cell phone number too, because you know what? I believe in a thing called karma, and I always want to give somebody the best deal because I believe that comes back on you. That's why you can trust me. Oh, that fender? No, it's supposed to hang off. Yeah, well, here's Rodrigo. What do you think? Rodrigo, he just got a new car. Isn't it great? So yeah, it was just very. I don't know. I felt like I was walking into a Mormon temple or something, and they were all trying to convert me to something. I don't know what it was, but actually, it was a really good experience, and I'm happy with it. It actually, it's got features I should brag about, but yeah, I shouldn't brag about. But I'm going to like, it drives. It when you brake on this car, it doesn't go. It actually is quiet. Um, oh, it's got like a CD player. Yeah, you know cars did that? I had no fucking clue. Like none whatsoever. It actually will tell you if you're getting too close to certain lines in a lane. I know, and I don't mean to brag about this, but I've got a little key fob that when I get close to my car, I can press something and my doors unlock. Yeah, I'm fancy. Fucking deal with it, all right? I'm sorry. I like to live a little bit, okay? But I don't know. Just thought I'd entertain. Or, talk endlessly.